Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Stock Market Review with Luwep Trading. Coach Lodi is here, and you guys know how we do it. We get down into the charts. I want to thank you guys once again for being here. It is a beautiful day outside today. I stepped out. I know I'm talking about the weather, guys, but yeah, it was one of those days in New York. You guys know how it's been. We've had a really, really rough winter, and today we got up to about 78 degrees, so that was nice. It was nice to be able to go to the park and spend some time with the family. That being said, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to like the live, comment below. You guys, as you guys are well aware, I always say it. Your interaction is what keeps the lives going. The algorithm needs to see those interaction. They see those interaction, they push the live out even more. That the more people we have on the channel, the more people we can help. And for those of you guys who watch those on replay, once again, I want to tell you guys thank you. I appreciate your support. I do see you guys comments. Some of you guys are hilarious, man. I have to say that, but it is great. So today we had another update today, so we did not have the a red day today. Now, why am I mentioning that? If you saw in the title and right on the thumbnail, I talked about the possible 85% probability of a reversal day on the VIX. Now, why is that on the title and on the thumbnail? Because we popped yesterday and the VIX popped 17%. So 17% that means we have an 85% probability of a reversal day over the next two trading days. So today was day one. We had a green day once again, and tomorrow is day two. Now, this is not something that just happened, in a vacuum. We also have to take a look at to see exactly what are the conditions in the market. What is the price action telling me, and what kind of pattern are we seeing? Where exactly are we? All these things give us the higher probability to see whether or not tomorrow might be a bit of a rough day. Again, we have President Trump speaking at 9. I believe that might have started. If he's not late, that might have already started. We don't know what he's going to say. So he may say a lot of things to try to calm the market as we go into a 3-day weekend. I want you guys to remember that. The market is closed on Friday. So it might be one of those things where it's like, hey, let me preempt the market to make sure people don't get freaked out and thinking we might do a ground invasion and all this kind of stuff. Let me calm the market. Let me reassure the market so that way people don't freak out. A lot of people are not going to hold going into a 3-day weekend. That is, first of all, that is a clear rule most people have. You do not hold over a 3-day weekend because a lot of things can happen. Specifically in this current market condition, holding into a 3-day weekend, it is something that is highly, highly, highly risky. All right, guys. So what else do we have going on? You guys already have that. Now I must let you guys know. I hope what's going to be said tonight is, hey, I don't care how things look. Declare victory and say we're calling all the troops home. I understand we just paid a bunch of money to send the troops in the Middle East. Let's just recall these guys home. That would make life a lot easier for you and I and for everybody else. The longer this thing drags on, the more of a drag is going to be on the market. Again, you guys know how it is. Just the possibility of the escalation. You guys saw what happened. Oil completely crashed, and the stock market completely shot up. Now, can that be sustained? Was that just a pullback, or is that just a bull trap? As of right now, I don't really see that being at a level where I could say this is going to be a sustainable upside move based on what we saw in the market today. So we're gonna get into it, guys. Before we go any further, I want to remind you guys, I am not your financial advisor. Nothing I say here is any suggestions for you guys to buy, hold, or sell. What I do here is for educational purposes. I'm translating what the market is saying to me, right? I'm reading chart patterns. I'm showing you guys what I'm seeing and how I'm executing. All right. Now, if you want to trade, make sure you do your own due diligence. And if you don't know how to do technical analysis or you're not sure what you're doing, make sure to contact a financial advisor. And keep in mind trading in the market does carry a lot of risk, including loss of capital. So invest or trade carefully. All right. Now that we get that out of the way, guys, it is time for us to dive in. Today is April Fool's Day. I hope this is not some sort. We didn't just have some sort of like what some people are calling, which is sort of funny. Some people are calling it the April Fool's rally. Um, uh, I did not trust this. All right. I'll be right up front with you guys before I even get into the chart. I will let you guys know I opened a couple of short positions today. Just because of the way the market was moving, the way the market closed, when we were way at the top, I opened a couple of put positions. That's what I did. So far they are working. They are working well. I did not go full on. I just put a little thing on. I want to see the price action and how things are working out tomorrow. And depending on how things work out tomorrow, I'm probably going to go a little heavier. All right, depending on how things are going. Now, let's transition right into the chart. I want to show you guys what's going on right now. I do not know what was said. I don't know what was said. What you are looking at right now, this is the live market. This is the futures. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick before I go over the SPY. This is the live futures market. This is where we were. I'm not exactly sure what just happened, and we just shut down whatever was said. So far, whatever was said, or whatever the way the market is interpreting whatever was said, so far it's not being well received. All right, I just want to show you guys that right now. Now let's go right into the S&P 500. Let's see exactly what we are looking at. Okay, so first of all, this is the daily. Again, what did we do? You guys can see that we started rallying up. We rallied up as we're going up. We went and hit where? We went and hit resistance level. So we pushed down. This is the reason why I started saying I'm going to put on my short position because I can see the market was rejecting at this level, and not only the market was rejecting at this level. Look at the volume. The volume was dying off, meaning what we had here, the buying was being done by retail traders, not institutions. Institutions was actually dumping right around those levels. All right, this is the thing I tell you guys: do not get caught. Do not get caught in these moves. A lot of times, institutions will allow you guys. What they do. This is the trick: the algos will come in and start buying right at support level. So they already pushed the market up. You will see the market already gap overnight. By the time the market open, we already ripping up. Then at some point, retail traders might come in and they push it higher. Once it gets to a specific levels, those guys, when they want to sell, they want to sell at specific level. They play mind games. They trying to play mind games with you. I want you to know that. So once it get to the level they want to get to exit their positions, you think it's going to rip higher, they sell. But it's not something that is not possible for you to spot where they might sell because it's predictable. This is what we call resistance. Resistance is where these guys sit and they are just selling. All right, that's literally what resistance is. You have a lot of sellers sitting right there. So those guys they bought right down here, push it up a little higher, right? So they bought the night before, right there. Market gapped up, open all the way. Let's see, close at 631. Market opened at 639. It was already a 7 point move. So by the time we tell traders come in to help them carry that thing a little higher, again, we did have the algos that also kicked in with the headlines. I keep telling you guys, we are currently in a headline-driven market. So the headlines was given, and it also helped it getting pushed up. And now this is exactly where we are and what we are doing. All right. Now let's go in the 4 hour time frame and see what we are doing in the 4 hour time frame. So what exactly are we seeing, guys? Again, this is why I did not go heavy. I'm letting you guys know that I did not go heavy into this. Why? This is making an inverted head and shoulder pattern, right? We talk about this here all the time. We talk about this pattern here all the time, almost every night, right? Now, you may be saying, hey, Coach Lord, why you didn't buy, long calls? I didn't. Why? Same process, same principles. I keep telling you guys it's not just about the pattern, is where is that pattern being made? And where is that being made? Right into a block of resistance level. And I have told you guys, that was since yesterday, I told you guys that if we get to this area, to this low pocket, again, I may be wrong, but I'm willing to take the risk because at this level, this structural resistance level, this is a low risk, high reward play, high probability trade for me. This is high probability trading. Again, we in the market, we trade probabilities. What's the higher probabilities? I keep telling you guys, the market likes to choose the path of least resistance. So if we are right here at resistance level, what is the path of least resistance for the stock market? It is to push back down to that support level. I'm just going to play the range. All right. So anything in there, all around those areas, nothing. You don't buy, you stay on the sideline, you do absolutely nothing. Because these when around those areas, it may reverse and go back up, it may reverse and go back, whatever it is, you don't know. This is like 50-50. That's like going to walking into a casino and putting everything on black or on red. That's literally what that is. But here you have a bit of an edge because there's a lot of things working in my favor. And again, if you're looking at what we're doing here, we got rejection, and you can see we are being rejected. We're trying to push back down. We are being rejected. That's in the 4 hour time frame, right? Now you may say, is that enough? Not necessarily enough because this is not confirmation. That just give me a hint that's what might be cooking. All right, so let's dig in a little deeper. Let's go in the 2 hour time frame. What are we doing in the 2 hour time frame? 2 hour time frame right before the close give us a what? This is these three candles right here. These three candles are giving me an evening star at resistance. So because I'm getting that evening star at resistance level, so I'm looking at that and say, you know what? Most likely we might be going down. Again, it's not like I did not see. I do not see that inverted head and shoulder pattern. I see it, but I'm willing to take that risk. All right, I'm willing to take that risk because this is where I can have the biggest bang for my buck. Because if I go long at resistance and that plays out, I already know if we continue to pop very quickly, I would be out of this play very quickly. All right. Now, if we are going down, say tomorrow, we're still going to go down tomorrow, right? Guess what? Again, the fact that it's a 3 day weekend, 85% probability, we are at resistance level, all these things together, going to a 3 day weekend, the market always fade toward the close. All right, we always typically have either it's a down day or the market just fade right toward the close because a lot of people do not want to hold options over those long weekends. All right, Warden, I see you, James, I see you, Empire Path, I see you guys here. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate the interaction. It's always fun. I appreciate you guys. Again, I take that play. This is the possible move I have. I have a possible 20-point move ahead of me. If I take the move up, first of all, I'm going to be at resistance. But if we continue to push up, the most I could count on as of right now, it may go, maybe not. But the most I can count on really is about a 5 to 6 point move. That's all. All right, but if we go down, we have room to really, really go down. All right. Now let's dig in a little deeper. Again, before I do that, if we're looking at the MACD, what is the MACD doing? You can see the MACD. We are losing momentum. We are losing momentum. This seems like we're about to do this. All right. Again, it may it may just completely curl. It may happen, but hey, right now as long as it does that, it gives me a chance to put on stop losses or trailing stop. And if we continue to go down, or if we reverse to make that higher high in the MACD, that bullish divergence, guess what? That will take me out. Let's go and take a look at the 30 minutes. Now the 30 minutes is even more interesting. When you guys look at the 30-minute scale, what do you see? You guys should, everybody should be able to see that. If you mess with me, if you hear all every single time, even not even every single time, if you actually have been in this live with me 3 times only, as soon as I pop up this chart and you see those candlestick pattern, you should know it. And if you don't, or you forgot, that's okay. This is why you're here. I'm going to give you the game once again. So next time when you see it, you have a chart popped up. Next time you see it, you know exactly what you're looking at and you can execute. All right? What exactly are you looking at? Let me just take one of these little fancy tool right here so you can see it. This is the head and shoulder pattern, little fancy move. Right? There you go. This is I can actually put this down this way. This go. There you go. This is a head and shoulder pattern. Well, since it's not big enough, it's going to make it look whatever. Let me just take the fancy out. You know what? Sometimes the simplest thing to do is do the easy thing, right? There you go. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, done right here. Where should we be going? That means you should be going down. A head and shoulder pattern is a bearish pattern. This is what we have here. And if you don't want to draw all that, a lot of way to see to find it, you say, okay, do I have do I have a high right here, and do I have the highest peak right there? And then almost this area becomes almost like a resistance level. Most of the time you'll see it, and right here. So it's like, okay, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's very, very simple. All right. So this was there. So the 30 minutes already tells me, hey, you know what? This is a head and shoulder pattern. So most likely we are about to drop. All right. So this is exactly what is giving us right now. And this is why I feel comfortable to say I'm going to take that. Again, we are resistance level, head and shoulder pattern. We have an 85% probability based on the VIX spiking more than 13%. So we have that 85%, and we also have lower volume on the daily, right? Lower volume on the daily. Let me just show you guys that again so you can see it. Going on the daily, you guys can see we have lower volume on the daily. That's my volume bar right there. There you go. That's my volume bar right there. See, that was yesterday. Today, lower volume. And guess what we just did? We popped up and we made an inverted hammer, rejecting at resistance levels. All right. Now, can that just be counted as a break and retest? Absolutely. Can it continue? I don't know, but the probability of us actually having a down day tomorrow, regardless of what to say, I do not care if somebody were to come and say, it's based on what Trump said tonight on the speech. I did not base what me taking my short positions based on Trump going to speak or what he said. I'm already in. So it's not because of what he said. That's not why I think the market was going to go down. I think it was going to go down based on technical analysis, pure technical analysis. A lot of times, it's weird. It might freak you out a little bit. You will see a lot of times, you will see something in the chart, something you will see in the charts technically, and then some sort of events happen that triggered the move. It is a very weird thing, but guess what? It's a beautiful thing to see. Again, why did I take this short? We were going down. We broke this level, right? We broke this level. We're going down. We got to support, and we bounced, went back to that resistance, got rejected with lower volume, and giving me a head and shoulder pattern in the 30 minutes. I'm just recapping this for you guys again to make that completely, completely clear. Right there. So that means most likely we are going to take a move down. I don't want you guys trading on news. Guess what? You always late on the news. People who trade on news already, they already know what was about to be said. They already know. All right, the people in the know, they already know. So by the time, if you think you're going to execute based on what news event that just came out or yada yada and all these kind of things, you're behind the eight ball. You are way, way behind. I can guarantee you that you are way, way behind because before the news come out, before you know it, first of all, the people who already in the know, the insider with the insider information already execute on that because they already know. And as soon as those article, those news um, papers press published, the algorithm, the AIs already pick that up, analyze it before you can even see it online. They already analyze it and already execute it before you even see it. That's just the way it is. So completely forget about news events as far as how to take trades. It's okay to understand what's going on in the world. There's nothing wrong with that. It's that gives you an idea on the long term what may happen. Again, if you are trading, if you buying things long term or you swing trading, that have some influence. If you are day trading, absolutely, absolutely nothing to do with what you do. All right, now let's, if we want to go on the Qs performed a lot better today, but it is no different. No different. I've had these levels for you guys since December. I have had these levels on these charts since December, and this it is the exact same levels that are playing again. 30 minutes, it's the exact same pattern. Head, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Where exactly is that happening? Right at a structural resistance level, which used to be support. Let me go on the daily. Going on the daily, this used to be our support level, right? This used to be our support level, and this is now right there. This is what that is right now. This is our resistance level now. It's getting rejected right at resistance level. This is why. So that's what I tell you guys. You must have a trading plan. What exactly is part of your trading plan? What is the requirements for you to take a trade? If you're going to take a trade, you need to have a checklist of at least a number of things that needs to match. All right. What is the story of that trade? My story of that trade is this. Okay, I can go completely different ways. Just like I've mentioned to you guys. Head and shoulder pattern in the 30 minutes, lower volume, rejections at structural resistance level. We still have bad economic news. We still have tension in the Middle East going on. Nothing has changed yet. And when you look at the patterns exactly, you can see it in the pattern. The chart, again, like I keep telling you guys, the chart is the language of the stock market, and the chart is trying to tell us what may be happening, what's coming. All right. So this is what we do here. We don't react. We don't react. I know a lot of people say, hey, you don't have again, you don't have to be first. I'm an aggressive trader, right? I see this. It is an aggressive trade, but I'm comfortable taking it because I'm very, very. This is something I've worked on for years. I've worked on to have my trading plan to have certain things in it the way that I trade. I've worked on that for years, and so I feel comfortable taking those trades. Now let's go real quick, guys, and take a quick look at the VIX. What exactly is the VIX doing? How interesting is that? The VIX came right to that trend line that I drew yesterday. I drew that one yesterday for you guys. It came right to that trend line, and it seems like we are doing a bit of a bounce at the trend line. Now, it's still sitting at the trend line. Again, what is the higher probability is a move up. That is the higher probability. Let's go on the 2 hour time frame. Again, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing still. 30 minutes. Now, the 30 minutes is being even funnier. What is the 30 minutes actually doing? Is doing an inverted head and shoulder pattern. So left shoulder, head, right shoulder, meaning most likely we're going to squeeze. So this is being done at support level, and that's a completely in complete opposition of what we're seeing in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, right? So again, those things clearly give me an indication. Again, nothing's 100%, right? Nothing's 100%. Now, do I feel very confident in those put plays? Yes, I do. But I do understand it is also a high risk trade because I'm early. All right. Now, how do you want to trade that if you don't want to be early? How do you trade it? Let me go back to the SPY. How do you trade that if you don't want to be early? Where's my SPY? Here we go. If you don't want to be early, you want to be conservative. You want to look for whenever you have a head and shoulder pattern or an inverted head and shoulder pattern. You want to look for what we call the neckline. So the neckline would be, I would even put it like way down here. All right. Let's say we have the neckline way down here, right? So we would wait until we break this level, which would be right around 652. We break that, retest, and this is your entry right there. That's the safe play. That is the safe play. I don't trade that way. Me, where I want to take that, I want to take that right at the top of the right shoulder. This is my entry. This is my entry. When this is being done, my trading style, when this is being done right here, I want to add to my position. I want to add to my position. This is my trading style. This is the way that I execute. All right. Um, Again, guys, this was a quick one. There's no questions here. Again, guys, if you are here, I appreciate you guys being here. Please make sure to like the video. If you haven't done so, come on, man. Give me a fire emoji. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure to like the live. I keep telling you guys that I will keep saying it over and over. The only thing I ask you guys for is just that like, just that reshare or repost or whatever it is. This is the only thing I ask you. I'm asking you guys for because that's something that really helps the channel. If you are here, I do appreciate you, but just make sure to hit the like button for me. And if you have not yet subscribed, for those of you guys who watch the channel every single time on replay, nearly 75% of you are not subscribed to the channel. So please make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so when I do go live, you can see those live. You can come and interact with me and the rest of the community live. That would be great. All right, let's go right back into the chart. What else I want to take a quick look at for you guys again is this is just me taking a look at it. This is our dead money, friend. This is what I'm calling Bitcoin right now. This is the Bitcoin is dead money. So this is what Bitcoin is doing. Nothing. Nothing. Like I told you guys when we were squeezing here, all these people that were saying, well, we were about to squeeze to 95 or 100 or whatever. I said it can happen, but it's not ready. So if you mess with me, if you've been here, right? You guys know this was not the time to jump in and start riding Bitcoin higher because that move never confirmed. It never confirmed. And I told you guys, as a matter of fact, I can see this getting rejected and pushing back down. That's exactly what we did. We are seeing the exact same pattern in Bitcoin that we did here. A drop, there it is. This was a drop with a very, very, let me see. There you go. Drop a very long consolidation zone and make a bear flag and a drop. It seems like right now we are doing the exact same thing again, right? So now the thing with Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin had a lot of promise, right? With this new administration coming, a lot of us thought, that was going to be pro crypto. A lot of things was going to change. So that really helps the story of Bitcoin. And right now we are at a situation where it's like the story we were waiting for, the people we thought was going to give us that story are not actually pushing that story out. And the worst thing I think that happened to crypto is Wall Street actually found a way to gain control of it. It's unfortunate, guys. I do like cryptocurrency because I think that really allows us to have a type of freedom. But it's unfortunate. Um, Wall Street have taken over, cryptocurrency, and now they pretty much manage it. They has taken it over. Now let's take a quick look and see where we are. I think I had shown you guys exactly what was happening right when I got on. Again, I'm not watching the speech, guys. I have no idea what's going on with the speech. This is the thing I want to show you. This is live, by the way. So this is live. This is the Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq. That's the Nasdaq futures. Now somebody's going to come and tell you the market dropped based on what was said. Did it? Is that really why it dropped? We had a head and shoulder pattern, and yes, you can say this was the catalyst to make it drop, but we did have a head and shoulder pattern, and then the market just dropped. I don't care what was said. I don't need to know something was going to be said to think, hey, we were most likely going to have a drop. I didn't need to know because it was there. Head and shoulder pattern at structural, right there at structural resistance level. That's a bearish play. So you go bearish. All right. That's all there is to it. Anyway, guys, again, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys being here. We're just gonna leave you guys with that again. Guys, I forgot to see, I forgot which one it was. I think I talked to you guys yesterday about Oracle, right? How nearly 30,000 people lost their jobs yesterday with Oracle. You know how they lost their jobs? They woke up and they received a 6 a.m. Email. It was not a call from HR. It was not a call from their manager. It was a mass email. Imagine how diabolical somebody has to be to fire nearly 30,000 people. People would just help you make over $6 billion in profit. You fired them over emails. Now we can sit here, we can complain about these guys. We can scream till the cows come home. Nobody cares. Thing is, what are you doing right now, today, this evening? What is it are you doing? What action are you taking to make sure if you wake up tomorrow, worst case scenario, I'm not wishing that on anybody, all right? But if you wake up tomorrow, you receive one of those emails. Are you prepared, even though it will suck, right? But are you prepared to be able to move forward, knowing and understanding I have something that I can do to make sure I can feed my family, even if it's for the next 2 months, until I can find something else, or until whatever it is. Do you have that? And if you don't have that, I will challenge you to find something. I strongly believe in trading. Strongly believe in trading, because trading, you don't need anybody's permission. It's not easy. It is a mental game. It's mostly psychological. You also have to know the technicals, but it's mostly psychological, and it takes work. It takes work. It is frustrating. This is probably one of the only jobs you can do where you might come and give it your all, and it's not that you didn't make any money that day. You can come and actually you give it 120%. Follow all your rules, all your trading plans, all your routine. You did everything the way you were supposed to do it, and still lose money. And then you have to wake up tomorrow with that same positive attitude and come do it again. And guess what? The next day you may lose again. You may lose for 1 week straight. It can happen. Everybody gets into a slump. Everybody gets into a slump. All right? But you got to have that resilience in you to keep going. See, this is why I'm telling you that trading is not easy. Trading is not something that is easy. If you really want to do it, you have to dedicate yourself to doing it. You learn, you practice, you journal, you review trades, you do all these things. But it is a possibility. But this is how I feel. I'm very, very passionate about trading. Passionate. You guys notice when I first started these lives, there were times I would come here, there would be just one person on the live. I don't have a problem doing that, because if I can help just one person, if I can help one person have that bit of freedom, or give that person hope that one day they may be able to do that, that's enough for me. This is the way, this is how I view trading. It's not because I hate corporate America. I do not. Corporate America had its place. Without corporate America, I wouldn't be where I am today. All right. It allows me to be able to do certain things. But at the same time, I will always tell you guys, Corporate America, all you're doing is helping somebody else achieve their dream. What about your dream? What are you doing to achieve your dream? And I'm not talking about a dream of owning a house, owning a nice car. No, 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 no. I'm talking about the dreams you used to have. I know a lot of us sometimes we end up having the responsibilities and those things go away. The dreams you used to have before that, the freedom you wanted to have. You know, yeah, working for yourself can be stressful, but it's a different kind of stress when you're actually working for somebody and you're not sure whether or not you might get laid off tomorrow or what's happening. Yeah, companies do not care, man. At the end of the day, you're just a number. People can come and tell you, guess what? I can guarantee you, at some point at Oracle, somebody was saying those people they were part of a family, right? At some point, they will tell you you're part of a family. No, we're not family. I'm here to get a paycheck until I can get myself to a place where I can follow my dream and live my dream with my family. No, we're not family. We can be cool though. We can be cool. It's all right. But the lie about oh this is a family, family what? So we are family, but you just fired Chad yesterday. You just fired Lewo yesterday. I didn't know we can fire people from the family. But anyway, guys, so that's all I have for you guys. Just wanted to let you guys know that I want you guys to just keep on going. For those of you guys still learning, take time. If you have a new trading plan, if you have one that's not working, really research it. Go back test it, practice it in a controlled environment, like whether it is a demo account. One of the great things that TradingView have, if you have TradingView always have what? Competitions. So it really gives you a chance to actually try to measure up. It's not like you're just doing things willy-nilly. You're part of a competitions and there's prizes. Some of those competitions have $10,000 prizes, or they have free premium subscriptions and whatever. So it's like there's real prizes. You can do that. You can do these things. I want to remind you guys again. Apex currently, again, I'm still gonna talk about Apex, guys. Apex still have that 90% off. Use my code POP. POP for 90% off. You should be able to get that for the evaluation. Make sure you read everything, you read the rules, make sure you know exactly which platform you want to use to work with. If you want to trade via TradingView, only take the TradeOvate accounts because with TradeOvate you can connect TradeOvate with TradingView. I believe there's a TradeOvate, wealth chart, and Rhythmic. If you want to get your trade done through TradingView, make sure you get a TradeOvate account. All right. Again, it's 90% off, and I believe it's about like $30 or $34 or whatever it might be. If you don't pass the evaluation, all you lost was just $34 if you don't pass it. All right. That being said, guys, tomorrow coming is the same thing. Be principles, be strategic, be patient, and it's going to be a volatile day. I want you guys to go in. Same thing I keep saying at the end of everyone. I'm gonna tell you again. It's get in, get green, get out. Don't get too greedy. This market is vicious, and this market will punish you. All right. You may be a hero for 5 minutes, and the next 2 minutes you down 50, 60% on your trade. That's how fast this market moves, especially for those of you guys who trade options. All right. So anyway, guys, if you'd like to come trade options with me, I do have that option where you can come and copy my trades. Once again, feel free to reach out. Community is on WhatsApp. Feel free to join us on WhatsApp. The main lobby is free, but there are restricted rooms for different things. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. It's been fun. Hopefully, you guys have a great day tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to do the live tomorrow. I do not know. I will try to still come on. We'll see. But if I don't, I want you guys to have a great 3-day weekend. Try to have some time to refresh, rejuvenate, spend some time with families and loved ones. Take care, guys. Peace out. Have a good night.